Goodbye. Goodbye, Albert. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Hydro electricity generation facility. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. This time we're heading up the Cobb again. What a surprise. Ooh, some big potholes on the road once you get past the reservoir. Got some good food for the trip. Got some nice Cabernet Sauvignon, some artisanal pasta spaghetti, and some meatballs. We're gonna cook those up. It's gonna be great. We got the tarp, and we got a few different pieces of gear. Not new, but haven't been used before on my tramps for a while, so that'll be kind of cool to get those out. It's a bit more rain than I thought there was gonna be. But, you know, it's just rain. I'll just get wet. A good test of the waterproofness of my boots. Oh shit. Oh no. It's coming down inside my gaiters. Woo! The cabin in the woods. I think it's time for a coffee. Pretty wet, but it's not too cold while I'm walking, at least anyway. My pack weight, even with a bottle of wine, seems quite reasonable. So the rain stopped, well, not stopped, but eased in its intensity a little bit, which kind of nice. It was pretty heavy when I was at the car and along the track to Chaffey's hut. As you've seen in the footage leading to this point, there was a lot of water on the track. You could tell that there's been more though. A lot of mud and just water running everywhere. My feet are still fully dry though. These new Scarpa boots are legit. Hopefully it snows later. Out this window you can see snow up on the hills.
It's looking pretty stunning down the valley. Dramatic with the clouds, the snow, the rain showers, the rainbows. That's why I like coming here, because it's always different. Going across the stream, well, the Cobb River. There's a bit of water in there. I don't know if my boots will be able to keep dry after this one. Shit! Oh! Oh man, that was about knee deep. I can feel it coming in my gaiters. Hopefully it stays out of my boots, because I don't want wet feet tonight. Wow, it's pretty nice over here. Just looking around here for a camp spot. I want somewhere where I can set the tarp good. There's probably going to be a bit of rain tonight. Lots of spots around here, but I want to try find the best one. In the bush, the rain's coming in. Get this tarp set up. Here I want the tent. Pretty flat across here. Tarp up there. Get a bit of a view out. Should be good. Got my new carabiners, guy lines and tensioners for super easy setup. Nice. Sits up pretty good with these tensioners and the carabiners. These little clips, got them from Further Faster in Christchurch. This 4mm guy line from Intense Outdoors, and the Elton carabiner from the gear shop, along with the tarp. Set up nice. So get the tent pitch now. These are quite fragile, these little poles on the Cedar Summit tent compared to the big Agnes. I think they're only 7.5mm diameter on this tent. It's pretty flimsy, but down in the bush it's alright. But you wouldn't really want to take it onto the tops at all, unless you were sure it was going to be fine weather. These little clips. Quite fragile. This is the setup. Got the Cedar Summit tent pitched in there. Green on green. Oop. It's a nice little base. Rain's coming and going, but I'll unpack all my stuff now. We're probably going to get on to collecting some firewood. But it looks pretty cool. The green on green in the bush camp. So there's some pillow, camp chair, Thermarest Trail Pro tonight. Got a real good compaction on it with the straps that time. Puffer jacket from Macpac, the Icefall. Just all my spare clothes, all in this dry bag. Pretty nice setup we got going. It's pretty cold. I brought my temperature probe. Just took it out of my bag. It's dropping temperature. It was 14 degrees inside my pack, and it's so far dropped to about 9 degrees. But it feels colder than that. I probably got to eat something soon, have a soup and warm myself up. Pretty wet. But it's nice to just sit down. It's been a mission trying to find this spot and get everything set up. I forgot how fiddly and finicky the Cedar Summit tent is. It's not as easy to pitch as the Big Agnes, but it is lightweight. I don't know if I could recommend the Cedar Summit Telos TR2 tent. I have to use it a bit more and think about it. It is spacious and cool, but I don't know, it seems weak and real fiddly to set up, which is kind of annoying. Everything's set up inside the house. This is my Wolf Bass Gold Label Regional Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. That's going to be very tasty with my meatballs, spaghetti and parmesan with tomato sauce. It's a robin at my campsite. I think he's trying to get some bugs from where I kicked up some of the ground from my fire pit. It's time for a soup. Temperature's still dropping down to 7 degrees now. I know it's not that cold, but I got pretty wet when I was walking in, so it does feel pretty chilly. But I'll get this nice warm pumpkin soup in me. Soup sensations. Harvest pumpkin and sour cream. Smells pretty good. Synthetic pumpkin, synthetic chives and synthetic sour cream. Looks alright. It's good to get lots of fluids in and salt and just calories in general when you're out here, because it's pretty cold and like you do burn a lot of energy. So keeping yourself warm, well fed and hydrated, pretty crucial to enjoying yourself. Look, hello. The rain's coming in. We're dropping below 7 degrees, temperature's still going down. I reckon it might snow. There was forecasted snow to 800 meters tonight, and I'm at about 950 meters, I think, or 900 meters-ish. So I might get snow down here. It'd be pretty cool if there was some snow. There should be quite a bit of dead wood around here. There's lots of stuff on the ground, but that'll be pretty rotten. There's a big branch here. It's kind of rotten. Burn though. Found some rocks. That one was pretty big. Probably shouldn't have lifted that. Hurt my shoulder, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Got some wood. It's real wet. All the wood is really wet and rotten, so I don't know if I can get a fire going with this stuff. I have a few fire starters.
it's just so wet. If I keep feeding the sticks, I should be able to get some bits hot enough, but it'll probably require a lot of work. The old Radix smoothie, having the berry one this time. It's actually quite delicious. Got a real strong berry flavour to it. I can see 2 robins and a wicker. I'm surrounded by birds. Oh, rotten wood. I mean, it's not super wet, but it's pretty cruddy, low density. It's just breaking apart. I reckon I could get that going. I'll try and get a bed of this kind of dry earth stuff, and I'll put the fire starters onto that so that can heat up, and then I'll try and build around it a bunch of sticks. What's the temperature now? 5.5 degrees. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in my fire prospects tonight. Everything has been rained on for pretty much weeks and weeks on end. I mean, this stuff's very noticeably wet, but it does catch on fire pretty good and pretty quick, even if it is a bit damp. Tastes like moss. Got all these bits. This I was just betoning. That's my big fire starting. Then we'll move on to that. I don't really have enough. I'm gonna have to go get some more good bits and some more medium-sized bits, but it's still pretty early. Got more wood. As I was gathering it, I got a real bad cramp in my hamstring. It would have been pretty funny if you were walking down the valley, you'd hear this man screaming in the woods. I ate some salty nuts. Hopefully that helps. Look, little robin's here hanging out. Hello, Robin. I've gathered a whole lot more wood. Got the jet boil pot. I love this thing. Flip the lid over. It's good for storing. So in here I've got nice artisanal pasta sauce, that good Lewis Road creamery butter, some dishwashing liquid, got this sweet chili cream cheese, I have that with my crackers, a whole bunch of parmesan flakes, and the pot. Lavish spaghetti and meatballs and Cabernet Sauvignon by the campfire tonight. It should be quite a good experience. I've got one opportunity, one shot to get this going. Only a few fire starters. There's pretty much just the fire starters burning. Usually these little beach ends catch fire really good. They're usually, even if it's wet, pretty dry, but these ones are just soaked. Usually they just burst into flames, and you can just keep piling them on until it gets real hot. I've been going at this fire for what seems like, I don't know, an hour or more. It's 5:15. I haven't given up. I didn't give up on it, and I still don't know if I'll be able to actually sit back and relax by it, but there's some heat in it now,
and it's kind of going by itself. Wickers are screeching. Their evening ritual. Screechy, screechy, screech. Look at this. It's kind of going, but it's kind of not. That's why I'm hesitant to give up on it, but I've made a big smoke signal. I think it's time for a glass of the Wolf Blass Gold Label Regional Reserve Barossa, McLaren Barry and Coonawarra Cabernet Sauvignon. It looks nice. I'll have a read of the description later. But this by the fire should be good. My great fire that's hissing away. We'll warm it up a bit. Come on, open up. Why is it not opening? Peel this off. Oh shit, it's a cork. Oh no. Okay. Right, I managed to get the top off. I smashed it off with my knife, but the cork was still in there, so I pushed it down in there. Then I pushed it down, and then wine splattered back into my face and into my eyes. This has been an absolute failure, but the fire is going. If I have this stick in here, it keeps the cork out of the way. And look, wine. All we wanted was a simple drop. It proved to be a lot harder than first thought. Finally, I can sit down and relax. The fire seems to be going and I have my wine. Wow, so much flavour in that. Usually I have Pinot Noir. Lately I've been having these Cabernet Sauvignons. Just the richness and the intensity of the flavour is great, but I would definitely recommend this one. I've been having quite a few of the Cabernet Sauvignons and this one's delicious. So thick, velvety, herbal, tobacco-y, oh, delicious. Look, my fire's going, I don't know what to do with it now. This camp feels like things were just hard, whereas the last camp that I was on, if you haven't seen it, go and watch that video. It's an amazing video, the best one that I've done by far. That was all just such an easy camp, everything went right, but in this one things weren't going right. But it seems like finally I've got the situation under control and I can start to relax. It's a nice spot here. Man, that's nice. What a treat. Right, and have a cracker and some cheese. It's quite soft. Use the knife. Yummy. That's really good. That's actually nice. That's nice. It's a good amount of spice in this thing. Fire's putting out good heat now. Still got to work on it. It's pretty cool that my boots kept all the water out walking through a knee-deep stream. Well, the Cobb River. These Scarpa boots, the ZG Pros I think they're called, they're great boots. They're very, very comfortable. I reckon I can use them all summer as well.
I bought some Scarpa HS12 cream. I treated Victoria's boots, so hopefully her boots get back to being fully waterproof and I can keep mine real good. Because, you know, it kind of sucks when you get wet, cold feet unnecessarily. It's nice to just keep them dry. So hopefully this cream goes good. Smoke's coming into the tarp. Fire's putting out pretty good heat actually. It's quite good. This wine's legit. Good stuff. To wash my face with some water, it felt great. My hands were so dirty, my face was dirty, had wine all over it. The fire's still struggling away. Haven't really had much time to relax on this camp. It's been constant stressing. But I guess that's just the way it is sometimes. Sound of the rain's nice. This wine's exceptionally delicious. The tannins are very smooth and it lingers on the palate for a long time. A nice balance, deep, rich, complex, very like herbal and dark, plum and spicy. Quite a treat. That's what we call critical heat reached. Burn even wet wood, rotten wood, thick, crappy beech wood. Selected for elegant, regional, expressive fruit with intense varietal character. I can attest to that. It's delicious. Fragrant aromas of cassis, mulberries, subtle bay leaf are enhanced with notes of cedary French oak, undertones of dried tobacco and wild herbs. An elegant velvety palate, concentrated fruit with a long textural tannins, shows superb balance and exceptional length. This wine will develop complex, integrate flavour with careful to medium term cellaring. There you go, folks. I can recommend this. Wolf Bass. Cream cheese and walnut cracker sandwich. I've got Shania Twain stuck in my head. This entire trip, it's been in my head over and over. You're the one I want. Na, na, la, na, 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 na. It's real cool having a little porch over your camping area, and you can have a little fire in your porch. You sit out, you enjoy your treats, you reflect on your life. You just enjoy being a human being conscious in the universe. That's why tramping and camping in the outdoors is nice. I'm so pleased with myself that I got this fire going. I'll look back at the footage and I'll be impressed. I didn't film about an hour of just blowing on the fire. So this is what's for dinner. We got the Michael van der Elsen Angus beef plus kurma and meatballs. Look at this guy. Artisan. We got meatballs and we got this pasta imported from Italy. Spaghetti. We're gonna have that with the sauce and some butter, parmesan flakes all over it. The rain's coming down pretty heavy right now. Big thick drops falling off the beach canopy above me. The fire's going. It's giving me warmth. I think it's about 4 degrees. This is in the tent. So I've got my stuff on my porch, all nice and dry. My dinner. My boots, I love my boots. If you love camping and tramping and you need new boots, look at these boots.
spite of a bit of rain coming down. But I'm fully dry under my tarp. We're gonna cook these meatballs in the jet boil pot. They should be delicious. Yeah, that smells good. Get those nicely browned up and cooked. These meatballs look succulent. Put those in there. Now we cook the pasta. Now it's time to add spaghetti. Perfect simmer going. What a dream. Dream come true. Spaghetti and meatball. Delicious. Mwah! Cooking this delicious spaghetti. My friend Claudio loves spaghetti. Pasta. He's Italian. Big black hairy chest, you know. He's a stallion of an Italian. I've mentioned him before when I was up at Camp Lake. I mentioned him when I was at the Tarns last week. Claudio and I had a huge argument about pasta. Is pasta more complicated than coffee? I thought coffee was more complicated. Claudio thought maybe pasta was an intricate process that required more care than coffee. Well, you know what? Coffee is far more complex than pasta. Case closed. Then we'll get the sauce in. Rich tomato sauce with Kalamata olives and capers. Chuck some of these parmesan shavings in there. Melt those in. Oh man, this is smelling intense. And then what we'll do is we'll grab my meatballs, we'll put those in, and a bit of that leftover juice. Italian themed camping in the rain. Complete. Once again, I've outdone myself. Al dente pasta, Angus beef, meatballs drenched in butter and parmesan cheese, Kalamata olives, capers, rich tomato, creamy sauce. Exquisite. Sensational. Pasta. There's too much food for me. This would be a good meal for me and Victoria to share. But there's so much pasta. Oh my goodness. The pasta, the sauce, parmesan. What even is this? Plastic. It's 4 degrees. The time is 9:30, gonna get into bed. Tidied everything up. So I'll get in there. I might sleep with the fly open, eh? It's the tarp. We'll leave the fire going. In bed now. All zipped up. Got the tent shut up, but not the fly, just the mesh. Is it a kiwi? What's that bird? I'm pretty sure that's a kiwi. Good night, everyone. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. 0 degrees. Just checked my temperature probe. I slept with the door open all night. Don't know if you can see. Just the mesh. Didn't have the fly down, just under the tarp. I was totally warm in just my quilt, which has a -1 rating, so it must be legit. So that was good. It's comfortable. Still see a few embers from the fire too. Robin, good morning. How are you doing in the morning? Catch any bugs? You're feasting. This tent has so much room in it. Like, I'm sitting right up, I can move my arms right around. Forget how much internal volume it has. That's the cool thing about this tent. It's just so spacious, and the door's massive, so getting in and out of it's real cool. I actually kind of like it. It'll be the perfect tent
for like, well, this kind of stuff really. And I imagine if you're like walking the Abel Tasman, this tent would be the greatest tent for that type of thing. Me and Victoria might do the Abel Tasman in winter soon. Just do it in midweek, won't be busy. Probably be quite a nice trip, relaxing trip. Got my embers going. Chucked a few sticks on. It's not going to be much of a fire, but it's kind of nice. It's a pretty still morning. I like the mornings in the bush. You hear the robins doing their morning call. It's out the Cobb Valley. It's a pretty chilly morning. It's a bit of a frost. Come down this way. See Xenacus Peak. Up there. Should we have one of these delicious treats? Not really, but cafe quality. It's the sound of a robin. I might slowly pack down, just enjoy listening to the birds, and then probably head out. Temperatures come up to 1 degree Celsius. The rain's back, just in time for pack up. Pull the air out of this bag. It's a nice little sandwich that fits in your pack. It's pretty good. There's ice on the tarp. It's going to be quite a wet walk out today. All packed up. Campsite's clear. nothing left over. Gonna make my way out now. It's been an awesome trip. Really happy that I managed to get the fire going. It was real nice hanging out in the rain. Dinner was awesome. And yeah, just another great experience in the Cobb Valley. It's quite a bit of rain. Probably going to get quite wet and cold walking back, but I might just boost out in one go and not stop. I think it's about 10 kilometers. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video and you're still watching, you should subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be plenty more cool trips like this